G'day, welcome to the very first episode of Allied Equine TV. My name's Jono and it's a beautiful day here in the Adelaide Hills, as you can see. Even though it's really frustrating that we can't compete at the moment in Australia because of the equine influenza outbreak, it's meant we can really put our heads down and concentrate on training and making sure we've got our horses correct and really working hard to making sure we're doing the best for them, and hopefully when the shows start up everything will be right to go. We were really fortunate to travel to Europe last year and worked it for 8 or 10 months with current world champion showjumper Jos Lansing. And also we travelled to South Africa and worked with one of the top showjumping and dressage riders there in Dominic Alexander. And what I want to do over the next few weeks is just show you a few of the little simple exercises that we learnt while we were away that really helps your horse's fitness and their discipline and just really what you need to be doing if you want to make the top level in showjumping. Now this is Lukey. He's a Holsteiner Warmblood from the APH stud in Queensland in Australia. Lukey's been out for a number of months and hasn't actually done much work and competed, so we're just getting him fit again. He's only jumping sort of $1.20, $1.25 classes at the moment, so he's still got a lot to learn, but we've just started these more intensive exercises on him over the last few weeks. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to jump on him and hopefully Lukey behaves and we can go through the bounce exercise. And then we can look at it afterwards and see what I did wrong, what he could do better with his strengths and his weaknesses. So I'll jump on now and we'll give it a go. Okay, so here is the exercise, and as you can see there's a straight line of fences, little verticals, and they're only 30, 40, 50 centimetres high. We've got some rails underneath the poles to make sure the horse is straight. We've got a bounce rail in and also a bounce rail out. At the moment we're only using 6 fences. You can use 4, you can use 8, you can use 10. We're only using 6 at the moment because that's all the room we've got. Okay, and as we walk along we can see how the fences are spaced. The way I do it is a bounce rail in is usually about your 3 yard or 3.5 yard mark from the first fence. Between the first 2 fences you can make them about 3 metres. And then all the rest, around about 3.3 metres is the best distance for the horses to work properly through the exercise. So basically the main purpose and what you want to aim to achieve with this exercise is, number one, it helps keep your horse really straight, and that's obviously really important for good show jumpers. It helps them really jump up through the wither and sit on their hocks a little bit more. And it's really good for their fitness, and it just makes them a little bit lighter in front, and obviously helps them be a little more careful in the front end. But I really like this exercise. It's hard work on the horses. They get tired reasonably quickly, and depending on the experience of your horse you can raise or lower the fences as you see fit. And my only recommendation would be that your horse has a little bit of experience and been out and competed and sort of understands his job before you decide to undertake an exercise like this, because for the first time it can be a little bit daunting for young horses.
Okay, so how did Lukey go and how did I go through the bounce exercise? One of those exercises where you need to keep the horse really straight and you need the balance between leg and hand to get them jumping up through the wither and forward enough. This is the first time through. A little lazy today, so I probably didn't have quite enough leg, and I was a little tight through my hands and my elbows and wasn't soft enough there. Now we're just going to jump a little vertical afterwards, just to make sure he's still straight and travelling correctly. And not too bad, but just a bit lazy again. I didn't have enough lower leg. Through the second time, this time a little bit better, a little more forward, a little lighter in front, but I didn't keep him straight enough and he ducked a little bit to the left. It's really important to keep the horse straight. And then down to the vertical on the other rein. Okay, but I just stuck my body a bit too much before the fence, and then the second time at the fence, a little bit better, he jumped a bit better up through his shoulder.
Okay, that's it. The very first episode of Allied Equine TV, finito. Next episode we're going to be talking to Dr. James Gardner, who's an equine chiropractor. He actually owns where we are here at the Maplewood Equine Rehabilitation Centre in Macclesfield in the Adelaide Hills, South Australia. He's also a human chiropractor, but he derives a lot of his business from working also with horses. We're going to be talking with him about some of the benefits of having a chiropractor look at your horse, and also hopefully doing some demonstrations on some of the horses here. If you've got any comments that you'd like to post regarding this episode or any topics you'd like us to cover, just hit the contact button at AlliedEquine.com and we'll have a look and get back to you. Other than that, we will see you next episode on Allied Equine TV.